Welcome to the Button Banter podcast. Okay, so normally we do like a bit of a formal intro and outro to our podcast. If you've kept up with previous sessions, then you'll know. But this season, it's a new season. I'm going to give you a couple of clues. We're kicking off in style, okay? Let me think of another pun very, very quickly. We've got the right team. That's another one. For our first podcast of this season, there's some clues. We are delighted to say that actually Button Banter is now proudly in association with our great partnership with MFC Women. So on that note, this whole season is very much in collaboration with that partnership that we have with them. So there will be a standard intro for future podcasts. However, who needs a pre-record when joining me this afternoon? Oh yeah, here we go. There's an intro. There's a drum roll. I feel like Pig Bag should be playing right now. Shall we sing it? No, okay, not. Joining me this afternoon in the studio, I have the incredibly talented and rather unbelievable Sarah Byrne, captain of MFC Women. Amazing. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
This is good to see you.
Good to see you too.
We're going to have some banter. And whilst he's pretending he's not really here and he may not speak, but he might do. If we're lucky. It's down to you, Nathan. There's a name drop there. This is Nathan from the partnerships team at MFC. Hello, Nathan.
Pleasure to be here, Max.
Yay! Got him to speak. So, guys, welcome. How do you feel about joining us and being the first on this season's podcast, Sarah?
Excited. Happy.
Happy? Do you know, that's good. We like this. Do you know what this is all about? Do you know what you've signed up for?
Not really. But I'm happy to be here. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And just for listeners out there, we have to say that, you know, genuinely we are very passionate about MFC Women and have been involved for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years now, and seen the progression. So we just felt by starting Button Banter for this season, we had to start the right way and welcome Sarah along. So Sarah, tell us a little bit about what it feels like to be captain of MFC Women. Oh, tell us your story.
Probably a difficult one to kind of put into words, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because for me, I kind of just put the armband on, go out there, and nothing really changes, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I feel like with or without it, I'd still be the same person. I'd still be a leader on and off the pitch, and I'd still be a role model for those that watch. But I think it's just little moments like this, and you know, when people say, and you are the one that walks the team out and one that's in the middle first. But I know obviously with my injury the last couple of weeks, there's players that have stepped up. Yeah. Really nice to watch them step up as well. But I think it's just a proud moment for us, and one that, you know, I've never really captained a team. Did when I was little, which was not that long ago.
It wasn't really, was it?
Yeah, it was a little bit, but we'll cut that bit out.
We'll go back to your early start, Sarah.
Yeah, so it's just a proud moment when I got that call off Mick, and you know, after we'd been training, it was the first time that the affiliation started. And he said, well, actually, I want you to be the captain. I was a bit like shocked, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
You know, I think I've grown into the role a lot, and I am supportive both on and off the field. And I would hope my teammates are happy with his decision.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is great. I mean, to be fair, I think we probably have actually, and I think I probably saw you actually when you played in other teams as well before you joined Middlesbrough. And I must admit, I was like dead chuffed when I saw it was you, because I was like, oh my God, there's a really good player. I was like, oh, she's Middlesbrough Women now. It's fantastic. But I think it's great, isn't it? But what a start like to the season, honestly, for the team. We've got to chat a bit about the team, honestly. I know we will come back to the disappointing bit, I know, because you're injured right now, which is not great. But what a start for the team.
Oh, we've had an absolutely unbelievable start, to be honest. Unbeaten still in the league since September last year, which is an unbelievable run.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have drawn this year, which we were trying to avoid. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and we've regrouped, and every single game we tackle head on, and we don't look too far ahead. It's just next season. Obviously this Sunday we're in the Cup.
Yeah.
But on Sunday just gone we beat Huddersfield, who are contenders for the league. And we beat them comfortably, which
you did.
Amazing to watch.
It was.
Horrible on the sideline, but amazing to see the girls get the 3 points that were fully deserving. I'm going to click on, and I've got high hopes for this season.
Yeah.
I can't see we're dropping many points, if I'm honest.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I think, honestly, you've started off so well. And I just think it's a massive shout out to the progress that MFC Women have done, really. I mean, it honestly has been amazing just to see how everything has developed, and with the club getting involved kind of last season. Was that, like, I'm trying to think when that was now. That was just literally beginning of last season, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
so I've had that
June, July time.
It was quick, wasn't it? Quick turnaround.
Yeah, to get players in, and I think we had something like 12, 13 new players come in last year. So that's obviously, it's a lot of handle for the players that were already in the team the year before. But I played against Borough for Durham's Hestria. Yes. And they were fighting relegation when I used to play against them, and I think they just narrowly missed out. They came 12th, didn't they? Yeah. In the season before. And then obviously last season we finished second. Yeah. So that's unbelievable. So a jump from 12th to second place. Yeah. Actually, we did narrowly miss out on the league. I think we deserved it, but, again, everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely. Come back stronger. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like you say, you've got Mick in charge, Mick Mulhern, so he's a great guy. And for those people, and actually, to be fair, I'm not going to give away too much, because I think we've also got to recognise in this podcast, this is a shout out for people to actually come to the matches and watch the team, because I'm not going to give a reason, other than obviously you're all amazing, but there might be possibly some musical instruments that get involved on some of the matches, might just be saying. So, there's some good support for the team. We want more people to come down and cheer on, Oh,
100%. Last season we accrued a group called the Borough Women Ultras.
Woo, woo. We have to do, I'm sitting back from the mic, whoa, whoa, whoa. We have to do a shout out for the Borough Women Ultras. Oh, we love those guys.
Do you know what? They travelled to Leeds.
Get in.
Only 3 of them.
Yeah.
But they still made a lot of noise behind that goal to put the goalkeeper off. Yeah. We're going to say that was why we scored. The big Jess Met last minute special.
Fantastic.
But no, the support's been absolutely fantastic. Their numbers are growing.
Yeah.
You're on the drums.
I'm on the drums. Yeah, well, I might happen to throw out there that I might take my bongos to the matches. And actually, the Ultras now have a drum, which is amazing. Like, the guys can have a drum.
They do.
The women have a drum.
Chance as well.
They do.
The players.
They do. The Jess Met one actually is great as well. I think, is it Jess Met's on fire?
Yeah. Your defence is
on fire. Jess Met's on fire.
Laura Wareham as well. Yeah. Grace Boys as well. They've got one for her. And it's do you know what? It's just amazing to see. And, you would think women's games might be girls, but that's a group of young lads.
Isn't it?
So it just goes to show the impact that we're having both on and off the pitch.
Yeah. I think there's a huge message there, like massive. Like you say, group of young lads bossing out there doing the thing. And actually, but it is all about that atmosphere, because, I'm massively a fan of, like, no offence, Nathan, not just the guys that can get the loud crowds. Us girls can rock it. Yeah, it's good to get that vibe, isn't it, Sarah? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. And do you know it's like hearing it when you're playing?
Yeah. I think it was yesterday I actually asked Grace Boys, because we sponsor Grace Boys and Liliana Giles, and I said to Grace, does it put you off? When you worry sometimes that you've got, like, these players concentrating on the match and you've got all these shouting away. And she was like, no, I loved it. She went, the first time I heard my chant, she said I did, like, turn around and go, whoa.
You do stop and laugh, and I think you'll see me now sometimes if they sing mine. Yeah, just stop and I'll be giggling away. But there was one on Sunday where one of the Huddersfield players walked past them with a Red Bull, and they just started singing, she's got Red Bull in her hand. I thought, oh, she's got a Red Bull in her hand. And I think turned round and I was like, she just didn't know what to do. She started walking dead fast, but they're just amazing, because them little things help us massively.
Exactly.
Realising whether it's putting them off, the stand behind the goalkeeper. Yeah. They'll 100% be putting her off.
Well, I was there. I've seen them as well when they get the drum, when the opposition take the corner and they get the drum going to really distract them or something like that.
But again, that's a group of young lads that we've never, like, asked them to come. Come off the ring back and they come because they love it.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's absolutely right. And honestly, I've heard many people say that have come to watch Middlesbrough Women, and, how much they enjoy the atmosphere. It's a great match to watch. I mean, the talent, I've got to say, like, literally, the talent is a bit bonkers. There was, yesterday in particular, I noticed there was a particular run-on from one player from the other goal up to yours kind of thing. And then the cross was amazing. I mean, it narrowly missed.
Ellen Turnbull.
Yeah.
Speedy.
I was like, excuse me, like Usain Bolt, what's going on here? The run, the pace. It was 2 passes. She ran up the side wing, passed it. Like in 2 passes, that from goal to goal could have been so close. That was just amazing.
Oh, she's absolutely rapid. We call her Speedy for a reason.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous in training. Somebody will put an overshot ball and you think, meh, I'm not getting there.
No.
There you go. Oh, no. Just feel it gust the wind. She's out.
You're like,
down. Just kept it in and then you're like, Colin.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, she's done it.
Because, I mean, it's fair to say, Sarah, I know you're not necessarily a Teesside born bred lass, as they say.
Really? I'd give that away.
Where's he getting that from? So just your background, because I have to say, whilst I know a bit more, honestly, it is such a story. You are a bit of a legend, I've got to be honest, in the whole spectrum of like women's football. Tell us a bit about what you've
That's not an age thing.
done. You've achieved a lot in a short space of time. I mean, considering Sarah, that you probably only finished your paper round about 18 months ago.
Yeah, look it. The collagen I have every day.
Collagen's good. Side note, but collagen.
Honestly, I take it every single morning in my water.
There you are.
That's why I look 24.
I was going to say 23, but
24.
I'm keeping it clean. Collagen. This is banter, I'm just saying, but throw it in there. These are good tips for people. Health and well-being. You heard it here first, guys, before a game. We'll come on to your pre-match prep because I want to know about that. So what's your background then, Sarah? Tell me.
I mean, I always played football since I was very little. My mum used to always tell us she put us in dancing first. I cried the whole time. Took us down, sat aside, cried the whole time. Then she thought, right, my brothers played football at the time. So she was like, I'll just take her along one. And then I never left. And that was 3. I never went all the way up. 23.
Amazing.
But yeah, so then since then I've just I was in Newcastle, what was called the Centre of Excellence back then, now the RTC or ETC. I was in that all the way up until 16. I actually quit football at 16.
Whoa.
I know.
Really?
And had a complete different angle. And I was like, that's it. I really liked, I've had loads of pets through my life, to be honest, some weird ones. But
you ain't had a spider, have you?
No, but I've had 5 geckos, bearded dragon, like little pet shark.
See, I'm not being funny. What happens at Button Banter podcast? You find out all sorts, don't you, about Sarah? We know you take collagen, you've had geckos or whatever they're called. That's it. Oh my God, killing me. Carry on.
I left when I was 16. I fell out of love with football. With girls, you find, or women, that they have a bad experience, they tend to just quit. It's not the same as, like males, where they'll just go and join another team. So I actually quit just less than a year. I went and did animal care at college. Honestly, it's weird now talking about it. Yeah. It was probably about 8 months in. I thought, right, what am I doing here? I was working at Burger King part-time. I was at animal college studying to be a vet, which I didn't want to be. And then Gateshead College used to always come through the airport and go away on trips. And I remember the coach always being like, what are you doing here? You should be here.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're right. So I stepped back into it. And it was kind of from there I've never stepped out, and I started loving it again. And then it was when I went back to Newcastle, I got scouted and got sent to Finland for a year on a professional year's contract. So
amazing.
That was unbelievable. And I think, looking back now, I wish I did more of it. But yeah, it was just, it kind of flew from there. And then I've always kind of been Durham, Middlesbrough now, the Chester-Lee Street for a bit. So yeah, I've probably played for every single team but Sunderland, which I'm happy about.
Just throwing it out there. That is amazing, because you do so much as well in different foundations and in the community. I think that's where football for me, there's such a lot of opportunity through football, isn't there, for community and people and the youth, etc., etc.
I don't think you realise as well, if you can't play football, there's actually so many different avenues to go down. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to teach kids at the minute. Like, if you don't make, which obviously Newcastle women are doing brilliant at the minute, everyone aspires to be there now. And I watch on the Girls' Academy on a Friday night, and I've got the under-11 group, and that's where they aspire to be. And I keep trying to say to them, that's where I'll get you if you work hard, and that's where I want you to be, but also have a think about other things, because you could be a coach, you could work in the foundation, in the community, which is what I do. It's linked to football, but it's not necessarily playing, but you still get the love and the passion for it.
Yeah.
You still get that bit of waking up and not thinking it's a job.
Yeah. I think that's really lovely, actually. And then this is where and why I kind of got this sort of thing around kind of what marketing is and what it looks like and how I feel it just aligns so much with sport, because it's never one person's job. You know, you can't go out as a football team and think one person is going to win that match. You know, it's mindset, isn't it? It's a full team, but it's not just, you know, yes, it's the players on the day, obviously, but like you said, it's all the other people. It's a wider community. It's the training team. There's like you're doing that coaching on a Friday night, you know, so you're inspiring them. It's people that inspire you. You know, it's a bigger deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's got the vibe at Middlesbrough I get is really great about that as well for your team.
Yeah, it is. Everyone's singing off the same hymn sheet. Everyone comes in happy and positive. And that's down from, you know, Sarah, who does our physio, and Lee, and Andy, who does our S&C. They all absolutely love it. Joe, who also helps Mick. But every single one of them are vital to where we are at the minute. So, yes, the 11 who start, you know, don't normally end with that 11, but they're giving everything. But it's also the people on the side.
Yeah.
But remember, so even the Borough Women Ultras, the young girls that are on the side as well, cheering on every single weekend, dragging their mums and
bringing everyone
to away games. For quite far. It's every single person has that impact on one. We know it, we feel it. A little bit.
It's great. And I tell you, the other thing as well you can see in the team is that whole shape structure thing of team, and like people play, you know, really got the heads up looking at each other, because it's communication, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Definitely.
You know, I mean, I'm no football expert, but I'd imagine you've got to look where you're going and put your head up.
Well, yeah, you do have that, guys.
That's the extent of my training for you, Sarah. There you go. Look where you're going.
A little bit more to it than that.
There's loads more.
Yeah, I think we have a really good team morale, team ethic as well. And we think that's highlighted actually recently with me being injured and not being able to have the armband and wear them as well. And Abby Towers stepped up massively on Sunday. You know, she's only 20, but she did it so well.
Yeah.
And it was lush to be able to see her and controlling the game and calming it down when it needed to be. And I think that just goes to show that it doesn't matter like what happens in the team. We've got everybody to build a back up, and there's people who will step up when needs be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I think so aligned to business, because to be fair, you've kind of seen a little bit of the training that we give, but we were talking about this, weren't we, about that similarity in business as well, you know, where people have got to work together as a team, know what each other does. Yeah. Everyone's got their own talents, do you know what I mean? But then you can step up if you all know and you communicate, and that's how you work successfully. And I think that's great. And I thought yesterday in particular as well, I just kind of did see that. And I know I keep referring back to that quick pace bit, but that did blow my mind. I was like, sorry, she was there a minute ago and now she's like there.
You know, we've had to that because we're not as fast as her. She keeps letting we know. So actually, by the time she's there, we're probably not in the box.
Yeah.
So we have to actually just proactively think, right, is she going to run with it? Maybe. So we'll just start running now.
Yeah.
Because even if she doesn't, we'll be there. We'll be ready when she actually gets there like that. So,
but you guys, and it's good getting to know each other, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's been, with a lot of we're being from the Newcastle way, we car share, so we've also built relationships that way.
Yeah.
I think we have 3 different car shares at the minute, so them players have bonded quite well and got to know each other quite well as well.
So I was going to kind of come round to that whole pre-match thing.
Yes.
I do want to ask you about your pre-match prep, but on the subject of car share, I'm just going to have to ask a question. Is there any singing done?
Car share.
What happened in car share? I was going to say, yeah, we're not going to divulge it here in that malarkeys. I was going to say, do I have to sign an NDA? Yeah, should we not share this podcast?
No, there's no.
Is there any singing?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, Jane Harland loves a bit of a sing-song.
Right, okay. Are we going to be able to spill the tea here and go, right, give me a song. What song do you guys all sing in the car on your way to a match?
Me and Jane love Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
We would turn that up, volume up.
Nice.
Oh, I love it.
We'll sing that one, yeah. Any rock tunes going out there?
Probably not. Not in our car, anyway.
No. And somebody
massive mix in the car. So obviously with us sharing cars, whoever's driving normally puts the music on.
Yeah.
So it's very different in each car, to be honest with you. Ellen's taste is different to mine, Jane's and Abby Towers. So
I think this is just all kind of great.
Changing room music, it's impossible sometimes. Yeah. My playlist must range from like the 60s all the way up to this year. And some people like house music. Millie Bell loves an old school song.
Really? Yeah, right, it's all coming out.
Put Adele in our pre-game playlist.
Oh my God, this is a thing, the pre-game Adele.
Not in a pre-game playlist.
No, I'm not sure. Is that going to fire you up?
Probably not. So we had to say no to that one.
Yeah, I like Adele, but I'd maybe be thinking it would remind me of kind of like sort of relationships.
So that's what works for Millie. Really, that's what works for Millie, and she probably has that with headphones before we get off the boat.
But isn't it so personal what you listen to, isn't it? So what's your prep before a match? What's your thing?
For my daughter on a Saturday night, so like my prep, like most players will start on a Saturday night. I always have pasta with my daughter.
Yeah.
Then we wake up in the morning, we have a little play. Sometimes she has football, so I'll take her there. Then it's just going to pick up if I'm driving.
Yeah.
Having some toast, a banana.
Yeah, banana.
Sounds so boring, but I think once you've done the same things over and over again, you kind of feel like, oh no, if I don't do it. What's that word?
Yeah. Is it? It's super. Yeah. So thanks, Nathan. Nathan's like, I'm not saying a word.
Who are you? Yeah. Superstition. So it's kind of the same for me. I mean, away games are a bit harder because I have to give my daughter up.
Yeah.
Because especially the other week, I was up at 6 a.m, so I had to give her up.
Whoa.
Which kind of unbalances, but I was injured, so
I know.
Helps. But yeah, it's just the same every week.
I was there that match, and that was just, oh, God, you went in for it and had a good old thing there. It was not so good. Oh, my God, Sarah. Saga, the day when you had your, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't back out, though.
I know. That's what everyone was like. God, she's amazing. Like, keep going kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
You know what, as well? I came over the stretcher, went, no, man, I'll walk off. Said, absolutely not. I went, I'm not getting stretchered off. It's embarrassing.
I'm going to walk. The determination.
It's just like, no, get on that stretcher.
I do think, generally speaking, though, you must have really tough, like, good, strong feet and ankles. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no, I've got glass ankles.
Terrible. Do you wear heels?
Very rarely now because I've got glass ankles.
Yeah. I've decided I might have glass ankles. It's taken me to the ripe old age of nearly 55 to realise that maybe...
Heels aren't a thing anymore, by the way.
I know, I've got one now. I like a bit of a heel.
No, but when you go out, heels aren't a thing.
No. No, I tend to... trainers. Yeah. Cobbles.
Yeah, well...
It's not good under feet. Do you know what I mean? Just thinking about teams, I'd like to think that Nathan today here is the referee. Would that be fair to say?
I'd love
that referee. I was going to say... Slightly biased. So if that meant that Nathan was the referee and Sarah and me and you were like on the pitch kind of thing. So I'm just going to ask you to imagine me being 5 different people. I mean, okay, that's a thing in itself. But so you're going to be taking penalties, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to go up against 5 different goalies.
Yeah.
Men or women's teams, but thinking famous goalies.
Yeah.
Who would you like? Say goalies, but to be fair, if you've got 5 goalie names, that's great. But 5 players, even 5 players, who would you just any famous footballer? Who would you love to stand there and take a penalty against?
Buffon.
Hey, yeah,
Buffon, and can't remember his name. Played at the World Cup, and he's just such a wind up.
Oh, Martinez. Do you know, I was just about to say Martinez. I bet he is. He's got that cheeky face.
And do you know what? He's such a wind-up. I would love nothing more than to try and attempt to score past him and rub it in his face.
Yeah, there you go. Isn't that funny how we all were... Yeah, can you imagine?
It's just, but you know what? I love that. I absolutely love it about him. And Laura Wareham's like that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. She must have had about 5 yellow cards last year from just diving and lying on the floor to waste time. So clever. 5 games in a row. It's just so clever and so experienced. I just love it.
Yeah. It's just, there's got to be that. I mean, there's personalities, isn't there, really?
Yeah.
It's so much about personalities and just that ability to kind of just go for it, like you say, and push ahead. Who else would you love to stand up against, do you reckon? Who would you like to see in that goal and think, I'm going to get this past you? No.
I mean, Aaron. I don't know. Probably only say 2.
Yeah. I mean, the weird thing is, I'm not sure I should make this public. It's actually a bit of like, it's like sort of confession time. I think I quite like Martinez. I think he's quite attractive. So that's quite bizarre that you said that. But anyway, never mind. There's a reason. This is brilliant. I love it. But honestly, Sarah, what's your prediction? Apart from winning the league, am I allowed to say you can't say that? I don't know. Any other predictions for this season? I don't know. What are you feeling for the season ahead?
I mean, winning the league is we are going to win. Honestly, that's all I feel at the minute.
Yeah.
I feel really positive about this year. I've been manifesting it since day dot.
You've got to manifest it, haven't you?
100%. That's something I believe in massively. I mean, for me, on a personal level, it's just been playing as many minutes as I can and making as much as an impact as I can. And I think for some of the younger players, it'll be just aspirations to play and develop. Ruby's obviously shown that. She didn't play many minutes last year. She came on this year. She's starting in the league games. She's doing really well, bless her. Confidence is high, but I think there's only one goal for us at the minute.
Yeah.
That is the league is the most important, but underneath that, we're doing really well in the League Cups.
Yeah.
A bit of a run. We're yet to start the FA Cup, so it would be nice to be in a run in them as well. And make
incredible.
The final in the League Cup. I think that would be unbelievable. So.
Yeah. And I think, you know what? Just on the pitch, you're doing amazing. And you can see that. And all the support around the team is just incredible. I think we need to get more people coming down and checking out your timetables and your matches and coming down and getting involved and joining in with the singing and the shouting. Wednesday, Stockton Town. I'm not sure when this is going out, this podcast. Yeah, Red Colours Week. Whenever this podcast goes out, I'm not sure the day. But can everybody just check Middlesbrough Football Club Women's fixture list, please? And check the socials, Middlesbrough Football Club Women's social media for every single match. And let's come down and support the team and everybody involved. And there's a wider piece for me, because what you're also doing is showcasing the region in such a positive way. You're highlighting the role that women's football has. I think you deserve and need heaps more publicity and exposure. I think you're doing a great job. And I just think it's bigger picture stuff, to be honest with you. And I think the association now with one club, is that the right thing? Nathan's nodding. As long as Nathan's referee to make sure I don't say anything too incorrect. It's banter, Nathan. But I just think there's such a piece there around, and I think that with the players, I see them getting more involved in other things out in the community as well, which is really good. And I think it's that profile, and it is marketing. It's marketing of the team, the club, but the individual players. Yeah. Raising their profile.
Yeah, definitely. I think, we're obviously only part-time. So
I know.
We work, we have children, and my foster has 2. She works as well. And, we're travelling down, we're coming back up. Some of we're travelling. Leanna Giles travels 2 hours, by the way.
Whoa.
Training. And when she leaves. So, I mean, she's not getting home till 12 o'clock at night.
Crikey. And I think the first line of hers is, "No one scores goals like Leanna, oh na na," or something like that. It is.
So she's travelling a lot, but the players deserve the recognition. And that's, even if they're not in the starting 11, because if you have a look, Shana Wilkinson stepped up massively last couple of weeks as well with me being out. Yeah. She's stepped up. So it's been fantastic. Kira Skelton as well.
Yes.
First competitive minutes in maybe over a year. She had a really big injury. So players are stepping up. They deserve the recognition, every single one of them. They're all fighting for the same thing, but they're all doing no.
And I think so many businesses could learn, if I'm being really honest, right, learn so much from this as well, which is that teamwork thing. And I think this is why we particularly are so driven on training, because for just like a sports team that regularly train together, all know what the common goal is. Yeah. I think in business, that's the same message that we want to be sharing and giving out there. Do you know what I mean? It's about that communication with each other, building relationships with each other, and understanding where you're all going and kind of sharing that experience. And it's more fun, isn't it? So score prediction for Wednesday. I don't know when this podcast is going out, by the way. So this Wednesday might just be any old Wednesday, but we know we're referring to a match coming up at Redcar.
I want to say probably 4-0. And I would say that if not more, because we have an axe to grind now, because we got beat off them last game of the season. And we had nothing to lose.
Right. We're going for it.
We're going for it. And the run that we're on at the minute, and the confidence that's within the squad, collectively and individually, I can't see we're not getting fourth.
Right, so I'm going to be there. We're all going to be there. That's the result we're going for. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Hopefully I'll be on the score sheet because I'll be back on the pitch.
Yes, Sarah. Sarah Byrne, honestly, I'd love to say, ladies and gentlemen, we feel like a massive round of applause, and if we might get some sound effects of rounds of applause. But honestly, Sarah Byrne, amazing person, fantastic representative of the team and the club and everything. And I just think that, honestly, thank you for coming down and having a bit of banter. We go wherever we go. That's what this is about. So you told me, I know actually I found out quite a lot about you, your animal thing and what you have on a Saturday night to eat. So what's on the menu tonight when you go home?
Chicken, rice and veg.
Chicken, rice and veg.
It sounds so boring, but it's only because I'm injured at the minute that I'm like conscious about what I'm eating.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You've got to be good.
Right. I've been to the gym today. It was a hard session, so chicken, rice and veg. Don't have a hot dog.
Yeah.
I might steal a few. And then, hopefully get reassessed tomorrow and then go from there.
And then back at it. Sounds blooming great. And another good tip, don't forget everyone, little health. Yeah, absolutely. And a banana. Okay, so I think we've learned so much. Collagen, a banana, chicken, rice and veg. Guys, you too could be smashing it out of the park, literally. I mean, your success, not just the ball, but you could be smashing it out of the park just like Sarah Byrne. So I'd like to say thank you to, maybe for once, a quiet Nathan, and who's been our referee, and Sarah Byrne for joining us this afternoon. And so welcome to, as I say, this has been the first Button Banter back, but we thought we'd do this on the live, kind of live, with no official intro, but our next one will. But we are joined, as I say, and have been today, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So it was a podcast of one half, or just one. We didn't do it in halves, did we? No. We just did it. So it was one. It wasn't split into two. It's been a podcast of no halves, just one full, but it's been okay. A lot of puns, yeah. Not a pun. There's been too many puns. Don't get me started, Sarah. Will you come back for part 2?
Yes.
There you go. Let's see who wins in part 2. Thank you so much. This has been Button Banter, everybody, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.